In this video, we are going to introduce what is differentiation and to do some differentiation skills on some of the expression. So before we start, we have a y value. We call it either the equation or the function. Okay, so you can either represent an equation or a function. And when you differentiate it, it becomes a gradient function. Okay, so the symbol, if you are starting with y, like this one, y, you differentiate it becomes dy dx. If you are given fx or the function, when you differentiate it becomes f1x. Okay, so what are the rules is that if y equals to xn, when you differentiate dy dx, the n comes down and the power reduced by 1. And the other thing you need to note is that when you differentiate a number, a constant, it will give you 0. So without further ado, we will do the two examples on top, and before long, you'll understand what the differentiation is all about. Okay? So we'll look at them. So if y equal to 2x squared plus 4x minus 3, we are going to differentiate one term after another. So we look at the first term, 2x squared. So what you do, these two will come down. So 2 multiplied by this number is going to give you 4. Okay? And then the x remain, and the power will be reduced by 1. 2 minus 1 is going to be 1. And then you do the next term. The next term is 4x. If there's no power, it's actually power 1. So 1 comes down. 1 times 4 is going to be 4 again. And then you are going to put x. And then 1 minus 1 is going to be 0. Okay? And as I said, when you differentiate, the constant is 0. So don't worry about the minus 3. You can write it down 4x1 or 4x plus 4, because x to the power of 0 is equal to 1. So that's the answer. When you differentiate this equation, it's going to give you the gradient function 4x plus 4. Okay, we'll do the next one. The next one, if you are given a function 6x cubed minus 3x squared plus 7, when you differentiate, it becomes f1x. So what happened? This 3 will come down to the 6. So 3 times 6 will give you 18. And the power going to reduce by 1, so x to the power of square 2. And then the next one, 2 comes down, 2 times 3 is going to be 6, x to the power of 1, because 2 minus 1 is 0, 2 minus 1 is 1. And 7 will be nothing, because a number, when you differentiate a number, it becomes nothing. Okay, great. Now we shall carry on to other examples. So example 3, if you have y equal to x squared 2x cubed minus 5, it looks very daunting, but actually you just need to expand the bracket. So your y equals to 2x to the power of 5. So 2x squared times x cubed is going to be x5 minus 5x squared. 5 minus 5 times x squared is minus 5x squared. Now then you differentiate it. When you have a y, you put it as dy over dx, and then you're going to differentiate it. So 5 comes down, 5 times 2 is going to be 10, and the power is going to be reduced by 1, so 10x4. And the second expression, the 2 comes down, 2 times 5 is going to be 10, 10x to the power 1, so you don't have to put a 1, and that is how you differentiate that expression in example 3. Okay, now we look at number 4. So now we have a function, fx, so we simplify this function first. You can break them down, this and that, okay? So 2x cubed divided by x is actually 2x squared. And then 5x squared divided by x is going to be 5x. Okay? Just one term after another. Now you can differentiate. The term you use is f1x, okay? So it's going to be 2 times 2 is going to be 4x power 1, because 2 minus 1 is 1, and 5x, when differentiate, is going to be, there's a 1 there, bring it down, be 5x about 0, it's 0, and you simplify them, it's going to be 4x1 plus 5, because x0, that is equals to 1. Okay, now we shall do the last two examples. Okay, this is a bit of the difficult side, but bear with me, okay? So you have y equal to 5x cubed. This is similarly written as 5x to the power of minus 3. That can be written as 5x minus 3. So to differentiate y, you put dy over dx. It's going to be minus 3 comes down. It's going to be minus 15x. Minus 3 minus 1 is going to be minus 4. And we do not like to leave the answer in the negative power. So this is the same as negative 15 over x to the power of 4. Okay? Great. Now the last one, the hardest of the lot. So this, you simplify first. The equation y equals to 1 over x squared plus 2 over x. So you simplify them. This is the same as x minus 2 plus 2x minus 1. So when you differentiate y, you put dy over dx. So minus 2 comes down, there's a 1 there. So minus 2 times 1 is going to be minus 2, x minus 3. And minus 1 comes down, it's going to be minus 2, x minus 2. Because minus 1 is going to be minus 2. Again, simplify. In positive integers, it's going to be minus 2 over x cubed. And then there's going to be minus 2 over x squared.